It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington Commanders and our own team. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They will be led out by their dual threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Another nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Back to Robinson now on first down. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders came home there for a loss of 11. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So you're the play caller. You're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season. Mistake-free and with passion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
To throw again on second down. Lance goes right back to Smith again. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith from 10 yards out. And the Eagles will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday, as the case may be. And even though this is a 2-7 matchup, for 1 second, this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
After the sack on first down, Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now it's Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Trace Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. But not before he's inside the 30. A great return there. Bobbing and reaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Smith, the man in motion left. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. He completes this to Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one will arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again Walker. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 17-0 our score.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. A give right to Collins.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington 1st.
Here's Watson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Watson on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Washington.
Zach Ertz, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Lance now on first down.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Deshaun Watson and the offense back onto the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down.
Watson now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the side.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
To try again after the sack. Watson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
That's good. The completion. And that brings it up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
In motion goes the tight end.
On play action, Lance. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hartman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Now Lance again.
Going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over a 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so then they deal with 3rd and 11. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild.
A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter.
And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Lance. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The tight end in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. On first down, Watson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Collins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go touchdown, Washington.
Colby Parkinson, 30 yards. And the Commanders are able to at least get 1 score back. The extra point by Sly is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hartman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Hartman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hartman.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Lance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Watson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Second down and 8.
Now it's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Washington.
De'Ami Brown.
61.
Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing These color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Lance. Being chased out left. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Another pass. And they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown! De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles
this offense back out onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Hey, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is a brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson looks to throw again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Watson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, it's Watson.
Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are able to claw one back. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 57 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Elliott good on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Watson now to throw.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the end zone, Watson. Ertz over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.